this is one of the ones that you bubble in on your test. It basically says that the perimeter and the area of a rectangle have the same numerical value. The width is 3 units, and we have to find the length of the rectangle. So the first thing I would do for this is I would write down the formula for perimeter. Remember, back from 7th grade, perimeter is 2 times the length plus 2 times the width. Now we could also say something about area, so I should write down the area formula for a rectangle. Area equals length times width. Cool. So the big thing, kind of like the big jump of reasoning for this problem, is seeing that it says that the perimeter and the area have the same numerical value. So we can set them equal to each other. So 2L plus 2W equals LW. And the next thing that we know is that the width of our rectangle is 3 units. So everywhere I see W, I'm going to plug in a 3. So it's 2L plus 2 times 3 plus, equals L times 3. So we simplify this, and we get 2L plus 6 equals 3L. So from here, this is just a normal equation with variables on both sides, so we can use nsolve to solve this. So we go to our calculators, we press menu, algebra, numerical solve, we type in nsolve 2L plus 6 equals 3L. We've got to put comma L at the end, and we get our answer is L equals 6. Alright, so this is a pretty standard volume of a cone question. The thing that makes it tricky is that if you notice, our height and our diameter are given to us in fractional form. So the first thing I would do, if you see these fractions, I would convert them to decimals. We can convert them to decimals using our calculators. So convert this 5 and 5/8. We do 5 plus 5 divided by 8 on our calculator. Press Control and Enter, and that gives us 5.625. Alright, up here we have 7 1/2, so again, on our calculator we press 7 plus 1 divided by 2, and then we press Control Enter, and we get 7.5. Awesome. So the question asks us to find the volume of a cone. So I'm going to write down my volume of a cone formula over here. Remember, volume equals 1/3 big B times H. You have this formula given to you on your formula sheet. I would use a formula sheet so you don't have to remember this. The first thing I want to do, I see that I have to find my big B, my area of the base. Big B, remember the base of a cone is a circle, so the area of a circle is pi r squared. So I'm going to plug this formula back into my original volume formula. So I get volume equals 1/3. For big B, I replace it with pi r squared, and then we have h over here. Cool. So to use this formula, all I need to know is my radius and my height. Alright, let's start off with the radius. The radius is our diameter. down here, we're given the diameter, we're not given the radius because the diameter goes all the way across. Look, this is all the way across the bottom of our cone. So we have to divide 5.625 to divide it by 2, and we get 2.8125. Alright, so our radius is 2.8125, and then our height's over here. The height's on the side of the cone. It's from the bottom of the cone to the top of the cone, so our height is, I'll write it down here, height equals 7.5. Alright, so we can use these two things. We can use our radius and our height to find the volume of our cone. So let's do that now. So volume equals 1/3. I'm going to change pi to 3.14 times my radius, which is 2.8125 squared, times my height, which is 7.5. I plug this entire big long equation into my calculator, and I get my volume is 62.0947. So we have to find whichever one's closest. The closest one is choice J, 62.13. The others are not even close to that. Alright, so this is a function question. I really like function questions because I think they're some of the easiest questions you will have on your test. So let's get started. So this question reads, which set of ordered pairs represents y as a function of x? So we remember that for functions, we cross out the y's and look at the x's. If the x's do not repeat, then it's a function. So let's start off. Choice A, we cross out the y's. It's really fun to cross out the y's. Choice B, we'll cross out the y's. Choice C, cross out the y's. And choice D, we will cross out the y's. Alright, what's left for us is to look at the x's. Again, we're trying to find which one is a function. So we're looking for the one that does not repeat any x's. So here, choice A, we have this 2, then we look and we have another 2. So nope, not this one. Not choice A. Here, we have a 3, a 4, a 5, and a 2. We do not have any number that repeats, so this one is our function. Alright, I'm going to do choice C and D just to double check. I'm pretty sure it's B, but let's double check. So we have a 1 here, and we have a 1 here. The 1 and the 1 repeats, so this is not a function. Here, oh my goodness, we have all 4s. Look at all these 4s. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 4s, so this is definitely not a function because those 4s repeat. So again, our answer choice is B. Alright, so this is a transformation question. It says it's a reflection across a y-axis. So for these transformation problems, they're pretty easy if you can remember your rules. If you do not remember the rules for your transformations, you're going to be in a world of hurt. That's why it's really important to memorize those rules. So first we see that this is a reflection across the y-axis. It's a reflection across the y-axis. So we remember, reflect across the y-axis, reflect across y. The y stays the same sign, and x changes. So if our original circle is located at x comma y, y is going to stay the same. This y is going to stay the same. It's going to stay the same position and sign. So, and our x is going to change. Our x right here, that's going to change. So, Let's go down our answer choices. Choice A, X stays the same and Y stays the same. So, it's not choice A. Here, X stays the same, but Y changes, so we don't want that. Alright, here, X changes sign and Y stays the same. So choice C is our correct one. For choice D, we notice that X and Y are both changing signs. So that's something we don't want. Remember, we just want Y to stay the same and for X to change. So our answer choice is C. Alright, so this is a question about slope and unit rate. It says that Leonore pays a total of $16.50 for every 6 shirts she has dry cleaned. Which graph models a relationship with the same unit rate? So what I would do for this, we have two very important numbers, $16.50 and 6. So 6 shirts is going to be our X and $16.50 is going to be our Y. So we go down and we're looking 6. If we go up from 6, we're looking for $16.50 over here. This is just a little more than 15, so this might be $16.50. Let's check our other answer choices. If we go up from 6 here, oh goodness, that wasn't a very straight line, but we are definitely not at $16.50. We're at like 60. So remember, we want to go up from 6 and then go over, and we should hit $16.50. So here we go up from 6. Yeah, we're definitely not at $16.50. This is 70, 80, I don't really know. Let's call it 70. And here again, we go up from 6. And this is, wow, this is probably 90. So, our only one that even comes close is choice F. Because we dry clean 6 shirts, we go up. We should hit $16.50.